Oh. Hey y'all, it's Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today. And for this video, we're doing round 2 of my series of series talking about the series that I'm currently in the middle of reading. Alright, so before we get into anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, as well as tell me in the comments what series are you hoping to finish next? Like, which one are you in the middle of and determined that you're gonna knock it out here soon? Continuing on with my series of series, this is a series of videos where I talk about the book series I'm currently reading. If you're unaware what I'm talking about, I'll put a link to the prior video in the cards up above, where we talked about the series that I have finished in the last 2 years, but now we're looking at the series I'm still in the middle of. And there may or may not be a few of these that were also on that list 2 years ago. We don't judge. I am going to have this broken down into series that I have ongoing and then series that I'm currently up to date, but there is another installment coming out in the future. For the series that I currently have ongoing, we're looking at 18, which is honestly not terrible. It could be worse, but I do wish this number was slightly better. Starting at the top, we have the Knitting in the City series by Penny Reid. This is a romance series that, though I love this author, I've already had a complicated situation with the series. I didn't really love the first book, ended up DNFing it. I read the second book and enjoyed it more, and I just haven't really gotten around to the third one yet, but it's set in the same universe as the Winston brothers, which I really love. So I'm not going to knock this series off. It's just one that unfortunately I haven't really had anything to push me to pick up the next book yet, and romance series are very easy to put down and pick up whenever I need them. After that is the Tithonay Chronicles by Foz Meadows. Here's hoping that I actually do read the next one in this series later this month. It's on my TBR, but who knows? A queer romantasy series, and they are definitely on the chunkier side. So even though I pretty immediately went out and bought a copy of the sequel, it's been over a year since I read the first book. I'd really like to get this one knocked off if I can. Next up is another romance series, this one historical, The Misfits of Mayfair by Bethany Bennett. I actually read the third one of this series for my Buns N' Roses TBR jar in 2024 and was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. So I do want to go back and read the prior two in this world. I do own the first one. It just hasn't happened yet. And a very similar situation for One-on-One by Jamie Wesley. I read the second one in this series, also for that jar, also really enjoyed it. Want to close out this trilogy because these aren't very long. Another one that I just haven't really actually picked them up. I really need to stop starting romance series. Another one that I'm really hoping I will maybe finish out here soon is the Founders Trilogy by Robert Jackson Bennett. I've been really enjoying this fantasy series, and I do have the third book on my TBR for November. It would also work for my class trait on the Dungeons and Book Dragons readathon, which is why I was really hoping I would get it read. I just don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Then I have the Bachelor series by Cecilia Renee, another one from Buns N' Roses. Really, that jar kills my series tracker apparently. I read the third one in 2024, loved it. Bought the first one and read it actually earlier in 2025. And then for the Buns N' Roses event this year, I bought the second book, and I know that a fourth book is coming out in the future. So even when I do get around to the second book, I still will not have finished the series because another one's coming. This next one I do have on my series tracker, though I really haven't had any drive to pick it up, is the Saga series by Brian K. Vaughan. I liked the first volume that I read. I can get the rest of them from my library. I'm just not very good at picking up graphic novel series. I kind of have to like push myself into continuing them. I always think I will read a bunch of them for readathons, but then I don't actually. I'm not sure why. And I feel like as of late, I've been more prioritizing manga series or trying to finish out manga series, which is hilarious given the fact that the next one on the list is Mariko-chan by Tomoki Uzumi. I haven't touched this one in months, but I do also really enjoy this like horror comedy series. I'm up to volume 7, and I think right now there's 12 released. That sounds right. I don't know if the 12th volume is officially the end or if there's going to be more. So another one that may still continue ongoing. Then I have the Thrawn Ascendancy series by Timothy Zahn. This one is a part of my Star Wars canon project, obviously, and it's a trilogy following the character of General Thrawn and kind of seeing his background and how he became the conniving but very fascinating villain that he is. I did enjoy the first book, and I am really excited to continue on with these. I just feel like lately I've been needing to be in the mood to pick up a Star Wars book. And unfortunately, it's just been a minute since that bug has bitten me. Another Buns and Roses author, Elizabeth Everett, for the Damsels of Discovery series. I read the second one, loved it. Probably one of my favorite ones of this past jar. And so I actually ended up buying the first book in the series at the event. I can't wait to get to it. I don't know when it'll happen, but I can't wait to get to it. Then there is the Troublemakers trilogy by Addie Dulac. Kind of liked the first one in this series, but I like the setup of the friend group and the fact that this is a historical romance series that has BIPOC main characters. So I want to try the next one and see if maybe it goes a little bit better for me, possibly with some different romance tropes going on. The next two in the trilogy are out now, so I really just need to pick them up. Then there is the Wayfarers series by Becky Chambers. I just recently read the second book, A Closed and Common Orbit, and really enjoyed it. I am intrigued to try out the third book because I do know who the main character is in that one, but it's a character we haven't really had any experience with in the prior books in this universe. So I don't feel as much draw towards it like I did when I finished the first book and loved the main character for the second book. So I will pick it up at some point. I just don't know when, and I don't have a huge amount of drive to do so yet. Another one by Bethany Bennett actually is the Blue Stocking Bookseller series. I already owned the first book, and then I got an arc of the second book this year, read that, loved it. I know there's a third one coming out. Once again, I just need to read them. This next one is a big maybe, honestly. The Belvoir's Library by Alexandra Vasti. I read the third book in the series and it didn't really work for me, if I'm being honest, but I've heard a lot of positive things about the prior books in the universe, so I am still kind of intrigued to try them out. And given the fact that the third book was a sapphic romance, it's possible that this author just couldn't really write those well, and maybe she'll do better with a hetero romance. I'm not sure. I'm kind of skeptical, but for the time being, the series is on my list. Next one is The Tales of Urania by TJ Klune. It's TJ Klune, so of course I'm going to continue reading the series, though I do feel like I need a little bit of a break between them because the humor and the story style is just so silly and goofy, but they're also a lot of fun. So I'm definitely going to continue this series. It is a bit of an undertaking. I think there's like 6 or 7 books in the universe now. So this one will probably take a while, honestly, but I am planning to finish it at some point. Then a recent addition is the Molly Southbourne series by Tade Thompson. I read the first one, and though how it ends is kind of a satisfying ending in and of itself, but I'm honestly so intrigued to see like what else is going to happen in this universe and what characters are we following. So I'm definitely going to continue the next 2. Plus they're like horror novellas. It's not as though that's going to be a big project. The most recent addition is the Magic of the Lost series by C.L. Clark. Really enjoyed the first book, The Unbroken. Read it earlier this month, so I'll put a link to the video up above if you missed it. And I can't wait to continue on in this universe, especially with how certain things played out right there at the end in the first. I'm so intrigued as to what that means for the future installments. I can't wait. Lastly, of the ongoing series, I'm putting this one last because I'm really hoping that I will be finishing this book here soon, is the Study in Drowning series by Ava Reed. I'm currently in the middle of reading A Theory of Dreaming, and I am enjoying it. I'm hoping I will be finishing it out here soon, and that this one will not remain on the list for much longer. So next is the series that I am currently up to date on, but there are supposed to be further installments coming out. Starting at the top with The Dark is the Night series by Rowan Altwood and Kelly York. I have really enjoyed this series. A 4th one has been announced, and yet I don't think there's been any developments about it since like 2020, and I'm starting to get really scared that this is gonna be abandoned. So sad. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm keeping this baby on the list until I hear otherwise. Then there's one that I didn't really expect to be a series, but apparently it's getting a sequel, Cemetery Boys by Ian Thomas. I really enjoyed the first one, and I liked the character so much that I am willing to pick up another one in this series. Hopefully it does still have the magic of the first, and I will love it just as much. Rounding back to Penny Reed, another series of hers that I'm in the middle of is the Solving for Pi series. This is a spin-off of the Winston brothers, specifically the 3rd book, following Cletus and Jennifer as they solve different mysteries and then take future steps in their relationship. but they kind of went on a publishing freeze there for a minute. And so when I went to a author event for her, I actually asked when the next one was going to be coming out, and she said it should be coming out around the same time that the republished version of Cletus's book releases. I'm very excited. Cannot wait to continue on with that because Cletus and Jen are my favorite. Such a silly good time. This next one I do have on the list, but I still have not decided if I'm gonna read it or not, I'll be honest. And it's gonna be the next one in the Stevie Bell series by Maureen Johnson. I think that's the new name for the Truly Devious series because the first 3 books are sort of their own encapsulated storyline, but each of the following books have been their own enclosed mysteries. And while I really liked the 4th one, I didn't really enjoy the 5th one, and the interpersonal drama that was going on was just too high school for me. I really don't know. It's going to depend on like if the mystery synopsis intrigues me, I may continue this series, but if it doesn't, I think I'll give up. I'm bummed about that because I love the first 3, but that last one really left a sour taste in my mouth. Then there is the Locked Tomb series by Tamsin Muir. We are still waiting for Alecto the Ninth. This has now become a double-edged sword situation where like I cannot wait for this book to come out. But on the other side, I feel like I need to reread the series at this point so I can be prepared for the 4th book to come out. Maybe that'll happen in December. Who knows? Next, we just officially heard that there is going to be another book in the Murderbot Diaries series by Martha Wells, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Absolutely going to be getting my hands on the audiobook as soon as possible, and Josh and I are going to be blasting through it. This one I do have on the list, but I haven't actually ever gone to continue the series, so now I'm wondering if it should be on the list at all. The Castle Knoll series by Kristen Perrin. I had an arc of the first book, and it's kind of a cozy mystery, but like it definitely has some Knives Out energy. And it was the first cozy mystery that I hit a moment where like I could not stop reading until I found out who was responsible. That alone made me consider continuing on with the series. But again, I haven't picked up any of the continuations. I don't even know how many books are in this universe at this point. Maybe I should just officially mark this one off the list. Then we have 𝗖cie heç𝘁𝗰𝘁, which is a graphic novel series. There are a few novels set in the same universe now, but honestly, I just haven't really been able to get myself to read them because they're young adult contemporaries, and I don't gravitate towards those anymore. But the graphic novel series overall has been really entertaining. Fingers crossed that'll happen here soon. Then I really should have read the sequel for this one already, but Blood and Tea by 𝗖cie heç𝘁𝗰𝘁. I loved the first one, unsurprisingly, because I love this author's writing. I actually don't think I've heard anybody talk about the second book, now that I think about it. It came out, I'm pretty sure in like September. I should probably go officially buy it and dive in, see if it holds up, and I can let y'all know. So maybe finally somebody will talk about that series on booktube again. Then there is the Boneyard Keys series by Jen DeLuca. I just recently read the second book and really enjoyed it. I'm not 100% sure that a 3rd book is going to be coming out, but I assume so. And actually, on that note, one that I don't think is on this list, but Jen DeLuca's other series, the Well Met series, is going to be getting a 5th installment actually. And I think she said it comes out next year. That's another one that's not on here, but I am currently up to date on it, and another one is coming. Oh, actually, this one should have been in the prior section. Spy Family by Tetsuya Endo. I'm pretty sure volume 14, I think it is out now, and I have not read that. That's another one I have ongoing, but I'm pretty up to, I'm like only 1 volume behind. Then there is Milagro Street by Angelina M. Lopez. I loved the first and second book in this universe. The character work in it is so good. I know she has plans for a 3rd book, but unfortunately is changing publishers. That's gonna drag things out, and who knows when the 3rd book will come, but I want it. I cannot wait for it. I love her character work and I need more of it. Then there is one that I honestly am very surprised I have not read this yet. I think it's because it like pops into my head randomly and then I'll forget about it. But the most recent in Stephen Fry's mythology series, I believe the most recent was the Odyssey. And so it's just Stephen Fry retelling the Odyssey, which I really want to read. I need to find the audiobook of it. Eventually I will get to this one. Just hasn't happened yet. Actually, now that I say this also should be in the ongoing series, not up to date, because that book is out. Lastly, though, is the Moonville series by Sarah Hogle. I really enjoyed the first book, not so much the second book, but I do believe there will be a 3rd book because there's a 3rd sister. And so I'm hopeful that one may go better, because for the most part, this author tends to have more hits than misses for me. I will still be picking that one up whenever it comes out. All right, and on that note, that is officially it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, let's leave a laptop emoji in the comments down below. I have links to all of my socials, as well as a few ways you can support me down in the description. I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!